Okay, Jake Paul had a fight this weekend. Did you watch the fight?
I definitely ordered it.
Yeah, same.
100%.
I ordered it as well. Great fight.
Yeah, it really was.
Fantastic fight.
It was a good fight, but you know what's so interesting?
You watch it?
Yeah, I saw clips, but it looked like a lot of sloppy boxing.
No, it was a great, and it was like tactical.
I mean, Tommy Fury's not a great boxer either.
Yeah, like neither one of them.
Both of them showed excellent boxing IQ and then started to make changes in real time. I was like,
not Jake
impressive.
so much.
No, but Jake did. The thing is that Tommy had a fucking chin on him. So what happened is Tommy starts peppering Jake with his jab. Tommy's got like these really long arms. Like if you look at Tyson as well, he's got these like freakishly long arms. So Tommy was doing this thing, and this is the most difficult thing for Jake. Jake has like the nuclear bomb, is this big overhand right. So what he does is
too predictable in this fight, though.
Well,
oh my God.
Here's the thing. In order to land that big overhand right, he needs somebody to throw a jab. He needs to time the jab, slip it, and then come over. So but Tommy
kept hitting him with that.
Hitting him with the jab. So he was taking, and the arms were long enough that even when Jake did land, it was coming right before him or it hit his shoulder or whatever. So all of a sudden, I saw that immediately. I go, okay, this is going to be tricky. Jake makes an adjustment. Jake starts slipping that jab and then throwing these big left hooks and lands. And he starts, but Tommy had a fucking chin on him. I was really impressed.
No, Tommy him on that one. Where
he caught him a couple times.
Tommy definitely got a chin, but I also think that Tommy moving naturally as a boxer fucked Jake up.
Yes.
Because Jake's not used to being in the ring with people who actually move.
And the distance that he kept. So like that boxing distance, maintaining that distance, staying right outside of the range, knowing when to come in. When you're a kickboxer, like when you're going up against guys who traditionally train in Muay Thai or kickboxing, there isn't movement. You stand kind of right in front of one another, and then you kick, they kick. It's like sock and bop them in a lot of ways. And it's not to say that they aren't skilled, but it's just a different style of engagement. So when Jake is going up against a guy like that who's going to stand in front of him, he can load that fucking big right hand up.
When you're fighting NBA players and former MMA fighters who don't know how to move like a boxer in the ring.
Jake clearly beat Anderson Silva. Now, here's the thing.
Anderson's not a boxer.
But he's had 8 fights or something like that.
But boxing is a sweet science, man.
Point is, I think this is the best thing to happen to Jake.
Why?
I don't.
I'll explain why. His stock was too high for the money fights. The money fights for Jake, in my opinion, are not fighting real boxers. The money fights for Jake are fighting celebrities.
Oh, I agree.
So when he beat Anderson Silva and convincingly and dropped him, after that I go, I don't think KSI can beat him. And KSI is the big money fight. Him losing to Tommy, who's a boxer, but he's not a fucking top-ranked boxer by any means.
Not at all.
So him losing to Tommy makes all the other celebrities that also box go, oh, I might be able to beat that motherfucker.
Stay in your lane, Jake. Fight the celebrities. I already told you this.
Celebrities or the MMA guys. So I look at this and I go, okay, if he beats Tommy, if I'm KSI, I'm going, I'm not fighting this motherfucker. This guy's a legit, amazing fucking boxer. He just beat a guy who's dedicated his life to boxing, okay?
Sorta.
No, Tommy's boxed his whole life.
Yeah, but
he grew up in a boxing family.
He was a reality star.
You can be a reality star and also...
Lake Flaccid or some shit like that. What was that shit called?
I don't know.
He was on something.
Love Island.
Yeah.
Lake Flaccid is hilarious. But so I guess what I'm saying is like you take a guy like Jake, and now you go, even when Jake beat Anderson Silva and convincingly, I was like, I don't think Nate Diaz can beat Jake. I think Jake has these MMA fighters' numbers. I don't think that that's actually a good fight. Now that he lost to Tommy, I start going, ooh, this Nate fight is interesting. This KSI fight is interesting. And those are the lucrative fights.
So you're saying if he beat Fury, he would have gone from a celebrity who boxes to a boxer in our eyes.
Yeah, because he finally beat a real boxer.
And then he can make real money off is like, I'm not fighting.
And then he could only fight real boxers, and then he'd have harder fights for less money. So he'd have to fight. He'd have to fight a Canelo.
No, I think he'd still beat a draw. He'd still generate mad money.
The draw for Jake is to watch him lose. It's very similar to Mayweather. He's positioned himself as a heel, right? And it's an incredibly difficult thing to do emotionally. Like you're just dealing with hate non-fucking stop. Like his like resilience emotionally handling this, like
I love the way he lost.
Bro,
he owned that shit.
He said, judge me by my
Now, don't get me wrong. He did throw out a couple of ailments. You know what I mean? He was like, oh, I got a hurt arm, and I was something else. Like, he named like 3 things, but I'm like, for the most part, he was like, don't judge me by how I win, judge me by how I lost. I like the way he handled it.
I'm just saying, career-wise, making money-wise, this is the best thing. I don't need to see a rematch with Tommy. Like, I don't care about it.
Nah.
I know he might care about it for ego, but I don't care about it. What I want to see him do is fight KSI or Nate Diaz. You beat KSI, then you fight Nate Diaz. You beat Nate Diaz, you rematch Tommy, and ideally Tommy has kind of like increased his profile by having other legitimate boxing fights as well. You have one more big one near.
And it's not like he got his ass kicked. You know what I mean? It went 8 rounds, he dropped him, you know what I mean? He just got outboxed.
Yes,
but that's it.
outboxed.
That's it. And that's why I feel like there's not, any basic boxer can beat Jake Paul.
Well, that's what
especially in the cruiserweight division.
That's what they're gonna claim. Right?
That's what I think. I believe that.
And it's reasonable to think it, but that's what they're gonna claim. They're gonna claim, okay, he finally fought a boxer, and someone who is skilled in boxing specifically, not MMA, but boxing, is gonna be able to beat him.
Every time.
And that's what they'll probably say, right? But in my mind, it's like, you're in this for money, right? You're not in this to prove that you're a fucking boxer.
It depends. If his goal is to be a great boxer, which he said that's his goal, then it impacts his overall.
I think the more you win, the more you think is possible, as you should. So as he's beating all these MMA guys, he's like, yo, I think you got to take a boxer. Maybe this was God's way of being like, bro, save your brain and just go fight KSI. Yeah. And go fight celebrities.
Yeah.
You're too late in this boxing thing.
Yeah.
What I hated is like all the, it finally dawned on me why they were riding for him so hard. Like Sean Porter was really riding for Jake Paul.
Yeah.
But it's because they're both from Ohio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they kept saying things like, he's finally out of Tyson Fury's shadow. No, you're not, Tommy. Tyson Fury is the heavyweight champion of the fucking world.
Yeah.
This man has been in the ring fighting wars. Okay? You beat Jake Paul. You're still in your brother's shadow.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
That's a great shadow to be in.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be like you'd have to do triple what Tyson Fury has done in his boxing career to get out of that shadow.
It's not bad to be in the shadow of arguably the greatest heavyweight ever.
Come on.
Yeah.
A guy who got knocked out by the hardest puncher in the world multiple times and won.
Knocked down.
Yes.
But
got up.
Yeah.
And then the next 2 fights wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Third fight was more decent than the second fight.
Yeah.
But come on, like, stop.
Are they full brothers?
I think it's
look
half.
nothing like.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I think the father
dad
got another.
Got you.
I think.
Tommy was in good shape,
I think we're
man.
assuming, but yeah, it makes sense.
Tommy was in good shape, yo.
Yeah,
Like,
he
and
was.
I'm like, as soon as I'm like, oh, Tommy's gonna beat Jake Paul.
Yeah, in that first round.
I didn't think it was gonna be a knockout, but I just like, yo, he's gonna beat Jake
Well,
Paul.
I don't know if this applies, but I remember one thing Andrew said about Anthony Joshua. All those big muscles get you worn out quicker because they need a lot of oxygen. And Tommy has some big motherfucking muscles.
Anthony Joshua was never that good. I told y'all this a million times. Nice guy, great guy. I've never believed in Anthony Joshua as a fighter, ever. I believed that at the time. I feel like even before he got to Usyk, you know, and what's the other dude who beat him? Can't even remember his name now. Anthony Ruiz.
Oh, yeah, Andy Ruiz.
Andy Ruiz.
Yeah.
Before that, I thought Deontay would have beat Anthony Joshua. I thought Ortiz would have beat Anthony Joshua. Tyson Fury, come on, guys.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Yeah, come on.
Not even close.
Come on, you wouldn't even want that.
Yeah.
Why did they have a smaller ring? What was the purpose of that?
I don't know who wanted that.
Tommy
wanted it.
Tommy wanted it.
Yeah.
That's really interesting because I think that actually benefits Jake. Because Jake's not a dancer. Jake is coming straight forward. He's coming at you. He wants to engage. So Tommy is more of like a boxer. So you would think that he would want more room so he could dance. But if he wanted the smaller ring, it means he wants to get in there and bang.
Right.
You know, what I hated about the fight was the fucking referee trying to be the MVP. I hate a referee that wants the attention.
Bro, it's you know you're fighting two people that don't have that much experience. Why are you, like, let them go a little bit?
I thought that neither one of them did anything that was flagrant. Like, yes, maybe there was some leaning. Yes, there was some holding, but no more than you would see in every
I didn't see it
fight.
either.
Just break them up. Don't take away the point.
Yeah, that was too much.
Stupid.
Yeah, that was stupid.
And they did it for both of them, so I guess it evened out. But, like, I hate a referee that, like, makes it about them.
I think that was a makeup deduction. I think he fucked up deducting Jake's point, and then he was like,
but why are you deducting anything from them? Let them bang out. Like, who gives a fuck?
I thought the fight was great. I thought it was a really
entertaining.
Great fight.
Listen,
you gotta watch it.
Yeah, I gotta see this.
I have not been disappointed by Jake Paul.
Because they both made adjustments. Like, Jake was getting caught with a jab, and all of a sudden, Jake started to stick this long jab, and then he started catching, Tommy, right? And then Tommy made this adjustment where he noticed that Jake was really, like, ducking when he would throw the jab. So Tommy would throw this uppercut as Jake would duck, and it was like, I was seeing, like, really high IQ boxing. It's hard to go in there and worry about getting your fucking head caved in while also going, okay, he's doing this thing, I'm gonna change my game plan and do that thing. On the fly. And they both did it.
Jake got a lot of Mexican in him, bro.
He does.
I'm serious. Like, because I watched the last fight. Last fight, he got winded. Who was the last fight? Silver, right?
Yeah.
You could tell he got tired, but he gets better
But he was
as
throwing.
the fight goes on. Like, it's almost like he gets stronger, and he be looking like red, hair all over the place, but he just don't stop working, bro.
They
like,
went after it. He's a dog. Yo, Jake's a dog.
He's a Mexican. He got a lot of Mexican fight in him, yo. He do. He got a lot of Mexican fight in him, yo. Canelo will knock him the fuck out, though.
Huh?
Canelo will knock him the fuck out.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to fight.
No. Leave that alone. Leave that alone.
Yeah. But we don't want to see that. Like, I want to see the KSI fight. That has so much build-up already.
I thought they fought already.
No. KSI fought Logan twice.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
So this is the get back. And I think that KSI watches that, and now maybe it brings Jake back to reality a little bit. Whereas before, after that Silva fight, if I'm KSI, I'm going, I do 10 other fucking projects.
Yeah.
This is a part-time gig for me, and this guy's dedicated full-time to fucking boxing. I can't compete with that. But maybe now.
I think Tyson Fury should fight Logan.